Annyeonghaseyo, welcome to my channel. So honestly, I miss Korea so much. I miss my friends, my MPs, my AY and of course the family. I really miss to see your ugly faces every single day. And yes, since I was kind of in this nostalgic Korean mood today, I decided to do a Korean inspired makeup tutorial, and this is kind of me trying to recreate a typical Korean makeup look. And obviously not every girl does her makeup like this and this style, but this is just what I saw most of the time. The very like peachy shimmery eyes, blushy cheeks, and the tiny little ombre lips. So if you want to see how I got this makeup look, please keep watching. The first product that I'm going to use is so gorgeous. It's the Beyond Angel Aqua Primer. And when I was in Korea, my skin was super dry, and I use this primer almost every day because it's super moisturizing and gives this really bright, radiant effect, and I just love it. It's almost empty. I really have to ask one of my friends to get me another one. And it's basically white with a little bit of shimmer in it. And it just gives your face a really nice glow and brightened effect. On top of that, I'm going to use a little bit of my NYX pore filler just because I have ginormous pores, and I just apply it around my nose area where they are the largest. This step is totally optional. And highlighting and contouring is not such a big trend in Korea. Most of the time girls have a really bright face all over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply my concealer and contour under my foundation to make it look a little bit less harsh. And I'm taking the NYX Concealer and Correct palette in the lightest shade. And the first shade that I'm going to take is this pinky one over here, just to color correct my dark circles a little bit. I'm just taking that with my fingers because I feel like those cream concealers work better with your fingers than with a brush. I think it's because it's kind of warming them up and making it more creamy. And I'm just gonna apply it right underneath my eye where my dark circles are. Just kind of dabbing it in. And then I'm also going to take this pale yellow shade, and I'm taking it on a small flat brush and just apply it directly on the line of my under eye bag, like just from the inner corner right on that line. And I'm not gonna blend it out. I'm also bringing it a little bit into my inner corner because I have some darkness in there. So next I'm gonna take this concealer color over here. I'm actually mixing those two together. And just apply it on all the spots and blemishes that I have on my face. Don't have a lot, it's just some redness on my nose and a little bit on my chin since I had some breakouts recently. So moving on to contouring, I'm not going to do my regular cheekbone action. Instead, I'm trying to give this kind of nice V shape to my face, which is really popular in Korea. And actually, I was thinking about getting the V-line surgery done, but then I decided not to do it because I was too afraid. But yeah, this is what we have makeup for. We can shape our faces without cutting our jaw. So I'm taking this darker shade from the same NYX palette on this. Actually, I don't even know how this brush is called. I just picked it up at Douglas the other day. It still has the tag on it, but it doesn't say a brand. I just saw it in there and it says it's vegan and cruelty-free, so I had to get it. And it looks a little bit like those Artis or Iconic London brushes, but it's way cheaper. But it's really nice. It's just this kind of toothbrush looking brush. And this contour shade is quite light, but I don't want to go too dark with it, so I'm just gonna blend it a little bit down my neck and kind of cut off my jawline. I'm not even bothering with blending it in completely seamless because I'm gonna apply foundation over anyways. I'm just putting a tiny bit, like whatever's left on the brush, onto my forehead to kind of even out the darkness, because it would look weird if it's darker just down here and then it's completely light on top of my head. So I'm just going on, and as you can see, you can't even see it. So it's just the tiniest amount of product. So I'm going to use the matching foundation to the primer. It's the Angel Aqua Water Foundation, and it's also super moisturizing and really nice. So I just pump a little bit out and dot it all over my face. I'm not completely sure how much I need to get a nice amount of coverage, but I'm gonna go with a little bit first. And I'm blending it in with my damp beauty blender. I feel like my light is a little bit too bright to see my face, so let me just change it quickly. Guess that's better. Oh, and now my camera is gonna die. No, don't hang up on me. Stay with me. No! So I'm applying a little bit more foundation, and as you can see, it gives a pretty dewy, healthy looking finish that I definitely like. So I'm gonna use my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder all over my face just to set my foundation and get a really flawless Korean girl, perfect flawless skin. And I'm applying it with this little powder puff. I'm just gonna dot it all over my face, and I think I definitely took too much. But yeah, I think we can make it work. Just blend it in. My face looks a little bit crazy compared to my neck. I'm gonna blend it down, and I'm gonna go over with this big blending brush just to remove all the excess powder. So let's move on to eyebrows, and the most popular eyebrow shape in Korea is the kind of straight and soft brows. So I saw a lot of girls who would pluck or shave this part of the eyebrows away. I'm not gonna do that, but in order to get this look, I'm gonna cover those hairs up with a little bit of concealer. Once I'm done with that, I'm taking my Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown and just fill my brows in like very soft. concealer. Just all over the eyelid to make my eyeshadow stick. I'm taking the color Natural Peaches, apply it as a transition shade, kind of all over my lid to give me some peachy base. So for Korean eye makeup, I realized that most girls had peachy or pinky tones and they like it to be shimmery. So now I'm taking this beautiful shadow by Beyond. How cute is this packaging? Taking a little bit of my Kiko mixing solution and put it on a flat eyeshadow brush. This eyeshadow is so beautiful. I love how shimmery and soft it is. It reminds me a lot of Korea and Korean makeup. Makes me so sentimental. Blending the edges with the same brush. So I want to darken up the outer part of my eye just a tiny little bit. So I'm taking my Carly Bible palette in this golden shade right here, and I just apply the tiniest amount. Dragging this where the back would supposedly be, just to shade it in a little bit. You barely see anything, but it's just to give this kind of plumpy effect. And then I put the highlight right on top between my lash line and this little bag. I haven't seen a lot of girls with fake eyelashes in Korea, so I'm not gonna apply any either. And I'm just gonna put on mascara. I'm taking my Urban Decay Perversion and I'm just applying a tiny little bit on my lower lashes. I'm taking this pretty peachy shade right here and I apply the blush kind of high on the apples of my cheek and more towards my eyes than I normally would, just to get this cute and fresh look. And I'm applying it in circular motions. Just super cute and fresh and healthy, natural looking. I'm taking my favorite highlighter palette from Sleek Cosmetics and it's the first time that I'm trying out this cream shade right here. I've never used it before, but I'm kind of curious, so I just take a little bit on my finger and apply just a tiny bit to my cheekbones. We don't want to get too crazy to the highlighting game. Just a very soft glow. Just gonna put a little bit on my nose. So the lip trend in Korea is basically the opposite of what we Westerners do. We love to overdraw our lips and make them look as big as possible. But in Korea, you want to try to make your lips look a little bit smaller and tiny, petite, and cute. I'm going to take some concealer just on my finger and kind of dab it around. And I'm just kind of playing around and blending everything together until I like how it looks. So yeah, this was kind of the look that I was going for. So to set everything off, I'm going to spray my face with some setting spray. So that's basically it.